So let's talk about deadlines. Pretty much my entire life up until this point, deadlines have been assigned by a power above me. And there's always going to be a grass is greener situation with these things. But I find that right now, especially because I feel like I'm still in this transitional phase, that I definitely miss deadlines a lot more than I thought I would. Or I guess I should say I have deadlines now, but I miss deadlines that were assigned from someone else. I guess you take for granted how much it helps, how much it's a benefit to your well-being, and how much it's a benefit to the project that you're working on. I think that the plus of deadlines that I realized is I don't like letting people down. Like it's easier for me to let myself down than it is to let other people down. I know that sounds really weird and maybe a little egotistical, but that's just kind of how I roll. I don't like to be embarrassed, and I don't like to bother people. And I feel like when I don't meet deadlines that someone has asked me for or is assigned to me, that I'm gonna let that person down, in that sense, bother that person. It's definitely especially difficult being in the environment that I'm in, of just being me. My workday is very alone. I've talked about this in the videos that I've done before. There's definitely a lot of questions that I've had for myself as I've been doing this, as far as, is this worth it? Like, is this really going to get the best results out of me, or at least the results that I want to get? It's so different. It's so different than anything I've ever done before. And don't get me wrong, I do love a lot about this. I think I really have done some of my best work by starting this project. But this is just one of those struggle things that I've had. Specifically, the reason that this is bothering me is I have a lot of different things that I'm working on. I do need to support myself financially in addition to doing these videos. I hope that these videos eventually, sooner rather than later, can start to pay for themselves, but we're not quite there yet. And because I have to support myself, I also have to take on other projects, and those projects in themselves have deadlines. And so that's kind of the crux of my issue right now, is I want to keep up deadlines for my videos because this is the thing that I want to be doing always. And I know that if I don't put out a video regularly, that's gonna affect the way that my channel grows. It's definitely an interesting debate because I know that there's, it's talked about a lot, quality versus quantity, and I try and blend those two as much as I can. For example, this video itself it may not be as super high quality as the other videos that I've done. It's not planned out, it's not scripted, but it's my hope that I put as much effort as I can into something like this so that it can be a valuable lesson for someone, or maybe just a different perspective that someone didn't consider before. It feels good to do videos like this where I don't script them out because it's more off the cuff and it's more raw. I think it would be a disservice to my YouTube channel to not have these raw moments every once in a while. I have a really exciting video that I'm working on, and it's just taking a little bit longer than I wanted it to. There's two videos actually that I'm working on that are both taking longer than I wanted them to. So I'm just trying to give myself a little bit of extra oomph. And I know people like Dash, I know you comment on all these videos saying I'm so hard on myself. Like, I know, man, I know I'm trying to be easier on myself, but I'm in a good place. Like, I know that this is complaining, or this is talking about something that I've been thinking about, but I really am in a good place. You can still have struggles while you're in a relatively good place. I also want to take this time to thank you so much for just continuing to watch these videos, and I hope that there's some sort of value that you can get from this. I know I said something like that just recently, but it really, really does mean the world to me that you're tuning in. Words cannot express how thankful I am that there's folks that come back and watch these videos. It really is something that I love doing, and I love the creative process. I've got these videos that I'm working on right now, and I enjoy working on them, but nothing makes me happier than putting something out. That's what I keep striving for with all of these videos, is I love pressing publish, and I love distributing it, and I love getting the feedback that goes out. I recently started creating for Byte, or Vine 2, whatever it's known as. You can check that out. Link will be in the description, of course. And that's been really cool because you can make your thing so quickly and put it out and get that instant gratification. And there's definitely drawbacks to that. Like, it's not as high quality and it's kind of just like throwaway ideas that I think of. But that's been fun. And that's the same high that I go for when I make these videos. Is I like putting things out there. I like getting recognition. I like being heard. I think a lot of us like being heard. I want to show people that they are heard, just like I want to be heard. And bringing it back to deadlines, I think that is the importance of having a deadline, because the thing that I'm chasing, like the value that I'm trying to get out of doing YouTube, is putting something out. So if I can make sure that I'm doing that regularly, I'm going to have a better time creating the next video and the next one after that and the next one after that. It's so amazing to me that I get to work on something, mold it, create it, and put it out into the world. And I have no intentions of stopping anytime soon. So I want these videos to be a conversation. I don't want it to just be me standing on a pedestal, or I'm sitting right now, sitting on a pedestal and talking to you. Let me know, what do you think about deadlines? Is it something that you look forward to? Is it something you could absolutely do without? Subscribe to my Patreon if you're willing and able. And of course, as always, subscribe. It really helps me out. Even if you come back once a week anyways, subscribing does help me move towards that mark of 1,000 subscribers where you can get paid for these videos. I know it sounds kind of vain, but it's like, this is what I figured out I want to do. I found my calling and this is it. And I'm going to try my hardest to get there and to support myself that way. But other than that, thanks so much for tuning in, and I will see you the next time.